inside the Facebook group and on some other platforms. We're so excited to be here for you. Today is Friday, so we always do Thursday Vibration Station Thursday interviews with some phenomenal speakers, authors, some of our coaches, facilitators, lots of different people from many different walks of life to come and share wisdom and share their story with you and their mission and their vision on this planet, because that's exactly what Courtney and I are about. I am Krista Melbourne, and this is Courtney Anderson, and we're the co-founders of the Freedom Sister Movement. And this is what we just love. We love to be able to jump in here for 15, 20 minutes, wherever the conversation flows to, and introduce you to some really phenomenal people. And if you are local to where we are on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, you can come along, join in with the events, or reach out and connect with these people as well, even more so following their journey online. We love the support. Building up the Instagram and Facebook is incredible. So today on this beautiful Friday, we have the amazing Laura. Now, Laura came into my life personally many years ago through Mum. And I'm not sure what I can't remember Mum's connection with Laura, but I know that Mum has been following Laura's journey quite closely for quite some time. She's a naturopath and many things in that world, as you guys know, some of you. But Mum actually shot me an email saying, go and volunteer at Laura's event and connect with Laura and reach out with her. And so I was like, okay, cool. Like, let's go do this awesome thing. And
I remember that.
yeah. And next news, we're straight in. Laura has accepted us to help on the team with the Conscious Life Events Festival volunteering. And so it was awesome to then connect with Laura and her savage business partner, Cal, who's just an absolute dynamite. And both of them, so we got to meet them. That was that last year or the year before?
No, I think it was a year before.
Yeah, so
years ago.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, which has been awesome. So we've done a couple of events and helped Laura out and been able to build a beautiful relationship and connect with her. And that's why we have her on here today, because she is a woman on a massive mission. We're just having a quick chat. She's got many projects on the go, and that is always Laura. So we're very excited to have you here, Laura. Big welcome to you and sharing. Some people are here from Victoria inside this Facebook group, especially because that's where we come from. There's a lot of guys from the Queensland and a lot coming in from WA and Adelaide too. So there's a little bit spread out, which is incredible. So, babe, let's start with a little bit about your story and how you really got on this journey and who you are.
Yeah, just firstly, I just want to say a huge thank you for inviting me on. I don't do too many interviews. I'm very comfortable behind the camera, as you guys well know. But you are invited me. I went, yeah, okay, whatever, we'll do it. So, the only problem is I do tend to talk, so you will have to keep an eye, because even though I'm not used to being in front of the camera, I do like to talk.
Yes.
Yeah, so just be mindful of the time. So yeah, thank you, and thank you so much for coming along 2 years ago to volunteer. You two were amazing, and we just connected straight away. You've done an awesome job, and I'm glad that you were prompted to come along, because you know it's been 2 years and we've done some things together. And my dog decides to start barking right in the oh gosh, hopefully he won't be a distraction. So yeah, so I set up Conscious Live Events in 2011. Really, it was after a huge awakening that I experienced after a few different traumatic things that happened in my life. Life was going along quite smoothly. I've got a degree in interior architecture, so I had my own practice in interior architecture and was also working for a company, you know, very well paid, and just cruise along with life. But then things happened. And we don't have the time to kind of go into it all, but you know, it was quite traumatic. There was a lot of things that happened, and it basically changed my world, changed my life. And you know, I just, my gifts, basically my mum passed away very young at 58 from cancer. She got stage 4 cancer and passed away within the year. But before that, my son was born 10 weeks preemie, and he was pretty much dead when he came out. So there was a lot of, this was all within the space of a year, you know, so it was one thing after another with me. And that's a real quick recap. There's other things that happened. So after my mum passed away, I started, I'd always been quite gifted as a child. I was called a know-it-all. Unfortunately, my friends used to call me a know-it-all, or I just knew things. I felt things. I was very sensitive. And I think that when my mum passed away, my gifts exploded. And all of a sudden, I started getting some messages really to very strong awarenesses to meet other like-minded people on the Sunshine Coast. Then, bearing in mind, in 2011, there were awesome individuals doing lots of amazing work, but nothing to the extent of what's happening now with the amount of events and the people that are now living here. So I started off with a Facebook group with no friends here. So I started with no one, and I was guided to put like notices around Phrygian Beach to just to call out for like-minded people. And it really took off. People started coming out of the woodwork, phoning me. It was just from nowhere. And we started meeting at coffee shops, just having a coffee and talking about, just our journeys. And then it quickly evolved to me inviting some of these people to then share their modalities or their businesses, all in the health and wellbeing sector, of course.
Wow.
And that kind of really exploded very quickly. And we kept moving coffee shops because we didn't have, there were all these people coming. So then I had to start hiring Phrygian Beach Community College, Community House every month. And then I realised, oh my goodness, this is turning into business. And then I got the awareness to put together an expo. My first expo was in September 2011. I set up in May. I put this together within 2-3 months. And really, I didn't have a network. I did not have a network. And people just came. And and I did my second one 6 months later. And I had to take up even more room and get council approval to take the car park. And at that point, I realised, oh my goodness,
huge.
I was doing both. I was designing and I was doing this. And then I think that was 2011. By 2014, 15, I realised I couldn't do both. I was still consulting as a designer, but I just couldn't do both. And I had to give up my career as a designer, and I so miss it because I'm so creative. So I really did give up my whole degree and everything. But I had to listen to my heart, and this fulfills me so much. Doesn't pay me near as much as the architecture side of stuff, but my ex-husband at the time didn't understand why I would choose this. He just didn't get that I was following my heart. And we went on our separate ways because I kind of grew and went on a different journey to him, and it's perfect. So that's a bit how I started Conscious Life Up events up, and obviously 12 years later I'm still here, but obviously got a much bigger network and run the Conscious Life Festival each year, run other events. I've managed authors such as Inna Segal, worked with other people to run events. I used to run monthly guest speaker events for goodness how many years.
Wow.
For years. And in 2017, I was made aware to stop them, to allow new things to come in. And as soon as I stopped them, then Inna contacted me and said, would you manage me? So, it just shows that we must listen, even if we don't understand why.
Yes.
We're feeling something or we're being told something, we have to trust.
Yes.
And I do that. And sometimes I just don't understand, but then it all becomes very,
100%. I have full soul bumps of every moment that you're talking, and I love that you've dived straight into the heart space. And when we're guided and intuition comes to us, and we're walking maybe a different path to everybody else that feels quite lonely, or it's the path less traveled, it can be really hard. And I'd love you to talk into a little bit maybe because even going through a separation is really hard, and other life events that would have been personal and super challenging. You as a woman, a businesswoman, a spiritual woman, somebody who will just walk that path regardless. For a woman, especially watching this, or a young female wanting to be up and coming entrepreneur, What was it that actually allowed you to say yes, or allow you to keep walking forward? Or was it your mindset? Was it things that you do every single day that just religiously you do them? Was it someone around you, one person? Like, what was it that really helped
So
you?
are you specifically referring to the Conscious Life events and why?
Yeah.
I just feel I can't explain it. I feel.
Yeah.
So when I get awarenesses or intuition, I feel it here.
Yeah.
With absolute knowing, and I just had to just trust that.
Yeah.
There was no one around me. No, I had my
No.
husband at the time going, what are you doing? You're giving up a career, you know,
Okay.
a very well-paid career. You went to uni and you did a degree, and he just didn't understand, you know. So the thing is to not listen to outside noise. You must trust. You
Yeah.
must trust yourself and feel. And even if it doesn't make sense at the time, you must still do that. And I still do that all the time, you know. And I've been through so many different things, still going through stuff.
Yeah.
And it's so hard, and it's so lonely. You said,
Yeah.
so lonely because sometimes I feel like I don't belong here.
Yeah.
And I've been very vocal about that. I'm a very open person. I share a lot, and I do feel very alone and that I don't belong here at times because I don't understand why I'm being pelted so many different life challenges, even walking my path, which I believe that I am walking my path. I
Yes.
do believe that there are other opportunities ahead for me, but I do know that this is the path for me of connection and connecting people.
Yes.
And then I get bombarded with these other life things, and I'm like, if I don't understand, why am I getting this if I am walking my truth and being authentic? But it's all for growth.
Yeah.
It's all for growth for us to then go up to the next level of evolution in our own, you know, soul journeys, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's it, you know. We will go through life constantly growing and being challenged.
Yeah. You are someone who has been here many times before, like many times before.
Yes, I have.
So that, you know, and we went to Dr. Espen's 3-day event not that long ago, and his partner spoke all about that. Of those who do get thrown a lot of heavy challenges are the ones who have been here a lot, and those ones who seem to kind of like walk through life and it's a bit more of a breeze. It's like they're kind of the younger souls who haven't been here as much, I guess, is what some of us who maybe have gone through a lot more tragic things and are going through this more consistently as well. So that really helped me of that awareness as well. And I always share that with people too, because it's like, well, that's your soul's, you know, you're here for a reason and your soul's living that out. And like, it's just such appreciation for you, your heart, soul, like really talking into that heart space and you trusting that. Like that's all you can really do and follow and lead with that.
And what you said there just a moment ago is when I'm still going through stuff, it's devastating. But the only thing that actually really does keep me going, because I'm human, right? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if I do all this work, I'm still so sensitive and emotional. Probably too sensitive and too emotional. My astrology chart is all water. I'm an Aries, but then it's all water. So the only thing that really does keep me going when I go, and I do have been in the darkness, I've been very down there and very alone because I have no family here. I've just got me and my son, right? So very alone at times, although I've got very beautiful girlfriends around me, very, very alone and going very dark and down into almost depression. And I think the only thing that really keeps me going is knowing that I'm going through it for a reason. That's the only thing that keeps me going and gets me up in the morning every morning, you know. It's been tough. It's really been, and I just recently, actually, because I'm a very private person, as I said, I don't really come in front of the camera and I certainly don't share anything. But recently I shared something on my Facebook page because I really felt it was time to share something very personal, and I did. And it wasn't to get to be a victim or to sympathy. It wasn't. It was I was being guided to do that because And obviously the reason was because so many people reached out, not only on the post, but also private messages saying, oh my God, what you said resonates with me. I also have been struggling, because a lot of people struggle inside, and you don't know, like a lot of people would look at me and wouldn't even have a clue what's going on inside, because I come across, you know, happy, but inside is a different story, you know. And I think it's very, very important to talk and share. It's a form of healing for me too. And I'm really glad that I shared that on the post. It was a real impact. And I think stepping forward, I know for many years, a lot of people have said, Laura, you are the face of Conscious Life events. You need to step out and be there, because people look up to you. And I'm like, no, you know, I'm just doing my thing. You know, I'm happy. But I think it's time to now step out and to give more. And even if that's someone, for me, sharing a bit of my story, for someone to go, oh my gosh, you know, I resonate with it. Because you know how we all are energetic beings. And you know, so even though it's going to be very vulnerable for me and very out of my comfort zone, I'm going to probably start sharing a lot more, because there's a lot to share. I've gone through and still going through stuff.
And it's about that, giving permission to others. Well, it's not even that we're giving permission, but it's just when we're vulnerable and we go there with ourselves, it then gives the permission and shines the light.
Absolutely. It's been almost an influence, or
So when's your book coming out, babe?
You know what? I was made aware a few years ago that I was going to write a book. I went, me write a book? I don't be silly. Who am I? And then I've had some readers, you know, intuitive readers over the years saying, yeah, you're going to have a book. So who knows? You know, I mean, I just don't think that I've got anything special to share. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure.
Maybe no, not at all.
With the personal branding, maybe this will spark up things. Maybe this will be the catalyst. Who knows?
And the stepping stone, you know, you sharing now, just using social media, that stepping stone to becoming, you know, written in a book, or starting to write in chapters, or you know.
Well, I think if it's a book, it'll be a tools book, to help people, because I've got my own practices. I don't really see any practitioner or therapist or modality. I know we all have the power within to self-heal.
Wow.
But so there's different things that, you know, that I do. I do walk the talk. You know, I do implement a lot of things on a daily basis. You know, to be, you know, health conscious and mindful.
I love that. Maybe, do you want to share one thing that you've done or that you do daily with the ladies, especially if there's so many ladies that we work with that have like no routines, are completely obliterated, lost everything, and having kids, you know, that's what.
Well, I'm a mum. I'm a single parent mum. I don't have any family here as well, and it's hard. But the thing is, we need to put ourselves first, because we need to be there for our children. So I go to the gym regular. I find it, I need it to let go of energy. I also do release writing every day. You know, it's just a junk. You know, whatever it is I'm feeling, like even the swearing or feeling pissed off or just don't understand what I'm going through, I just write it.
Wow.
I also sit in meditation. It's not conventional meditation. I just sit with my music in my headphones, and I clear energy. Any energy that doesn't, and I just visualize that, any energy that doesn't serve me or my highest good. And then I always bring in beautiful gold energy. But I'm also, for the last year, I've really been focusing on that self-love, bringing the love in, not taking it out, bringing the love in and my whole being. But also then I go into visualization and visualizing and feeling and the manifesting and visualizing what I want to see or create.
And
I eat very healthy. And clean food, lots of water. Yeah, that's pretty it. That's on a daily basis. Yeah.
That's such a beautiful way to do
Very
it.
simple, easy.
Yes, 100%. Oh, babe. Well, we don't want to keep you for too long, but
super quick.
I know it goes so quick. Can you please share into your vision more of any projects you want to share that you've got going on at the moment? Maybe the vision for Conscious Life events and what's going to keep evolving.
So with COVID, obviously stopped Conscious Life events for 2 years, which was really hard, and I refused to do anything online because everyone was doing anything online. I said no. I'll be patient because I need to do it in person. So obviously we're not even in a year yet of me running events. So it was last April that when the restrictions lifted. So I obviously did the first festival last July. Then I went to Byron. We did the first Byron in November. And then we've just had our last festival on the 3rd of March for the weekend, which was awesome. So I've done 3 festivals in 8 months back to back. I've just booked Sunshine Coast's Conscious Life Festival for 2024, which is the first weekend of March, which I've only just updated the website. Going to look at the Gold Coast for a venue for September, October. We've got a brand new 1-day Conscious Life Wellness event happening on July the 9th. It's a Sunday, cruisy day. Basically, what it is a ticketed event, and it will be 8:30 till 5. And it will have 3 different zones at venue 114, the venue that I run the festival. We'll have 3 different zones of back-to-back meditation, sound healings, breath work, seminars, workshops. So it's just a program.
Wow.
There's no stand holders because, with the festival, everybody just loves the program.
Yes.
It's just, it's 3 areas, and they're all back to back on the hour. So you basically choose your own program. So we will launch the program. You buy your ticket and you choose who you want to see on the hour, and then you can go and have a cruise in the courtyard for an hour and get some yummy food. That's the first one. So that's July. So you guys are the first. No one knows about this. This is top secret. I haven't even put it on my website yet.
I love that.
Let's get it going, guys.
Speakers lined up. Good speakers, and then I've got Inna Segal. I used to manage pre-COVID around Australia with her events. So Inna wants to run a weekend workshop up here in July. So I'm managing that and just prepping that to start promoting her workshops. So, but there's lots of other there's lots of different things. There's lots of things, and there will be lots of things too.
Do you know what your human design is? I don't know if
I'm a manifester for sure because I can manifest. I manifested this place.
Is that what you are, a manifestor?
I'm a manifestor generator, is it?
Yeah. I was like, surely.
Just do it quickly for me and let me know. I think
I'll have to let you know. I'll do it for you. But everything you're saying, I'm like, you're definitely a man, Jen, for sure.
Yeah, I think she is.
I am. I know I am. I think.
Oh,
yeah. You're the experts.
Well, you just like multiple different activities, like go. Like they're so great at manifesting and bringing it into reality as well, as we all are, but just really emphasizing the man Jens in itself.
There's a trick to that. There's a trick. You see the end. You see the end, and you work back. That's what I do. I see it all happening in my head, the whole event. And the environment and the buzz and everything, and then I go, okay. So I work back. How do I get to that? How do I make that happen? So I'm an organizer. I'm a super organizer, but I'm old school. I've got lists and books next to me piled up here. I just have to do old school stuff.
I love it.
Writing is so good.
Yeah, writing's powerful. It's just different to typing and computer work.
I can't. Yeah, I have to have it here because and then I cross it out, and it's satisfying crossing it out.
Yes.
I love it.
I love it. Babe, thank you so much for just chatting with us. It goes really quick, and
it does go really quick.
I know, it goes really quick. I know Court's dropped in some links, and if the guys have any questions, that's all right. If the guys have any questions, of course, please go and follow Laura, Conscious Life Events, Facebook, Instagram. You can go and check out Laura. I think you've got personal profile and Instagram, or no, Laura, just the Conscious Life event?
I've got Instagram, I've got Laura Di Mambro, but I haven't really done much with it, but I will now because I've just taken on a VA as well.
I was going to suggest to you before a VA about like your posts, get the VA to take your posts and save them for book writing later on. I was literally going to suggest that before. It was funny. Okay.
Yeah, good tip. Love it. So I've taken a VA on, so she's going to start building up the Laura Di Mambro Instagram page. There's not much happening on there. There's a little bit. Just come and friend me.
Yeah.
And then Conscious Life events, and then everything goes on that. Is that you or me? I'm so sorry, let me just get rid of that.
No, you're right, babe. All good.
And then obviously the Facebook page, my personal page, events, and also Conscious Life Festival.
Yeah. And there's lots of different events Laura does. You know, there's a Freedom Fest, and you'll be able to see.
Obviously, come to a halt now because of obviously restrictions. But I was so Freedom Fest was set up because of obviously all the restrictions, and just, you know, I wasn't going to be told what to do, or, you know, that was so powerful. That year of them events was so amazing. We saw 17,000 at one of those. They were incredible. They were a love job, obviously. There was no money exchange there, but incredible. But, you know, I don't know what to do with that side of the, you know, it's still sitting there, the Facebook page, but, you know, who knows what will happen with that.
Yeah, true. Good point. Yeah, there was a lot of good stuff that happened back there. It was awesome. Yeah. All right, babe. Well, just maybe one piece of advice for a lady, especially watching this. Maybe if she feels like she wants to get started, she wants to have a bit of a community, doesn't feel like she has much around her, you know, and wants to connect with herself more. What would you say to her?
I would definitely be doing a lot of work, inner work. Visualizing and actually creating what you want to visualizing what you want to create, and sticking to that. Don't just do it once or twice. Make sure you do it every night, you know, even for 10 minutes. Clearing energy. If you don't think you know how to clear energy, it's all intent, it's all intention. Intent was told a few years ago, the information that came through was one golden tool: intent. That's all I was told. The intention will create anything and give you everything. So intention, and then brainstorming, lots of brainstorming. Okay, what is it I want to create? Right, like old school, get a piece of paper, brainstorm, and then your ideas will flow, and then things will just start manifesting, you know?
Yes, 100%. Definitely.
And connecting with, you know, just putting it out there, I want to bring in like-minded people, you know? I do that in my visualization. I bring and I see, and I'm bringing people into my life, either friends or for business opportunities.
I really love that, because attention is everything, and that's something we always preach on as well. It's like you're manifesting anyway. You're manifesting every single moment. So it's like you may as well manifest what you do want, and getting really crystal clear and doing everything that you were saying, which is so epic about the
believing and absolutely knowing that there's no doubt.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah,
don't have any doubt. Like when I do these events, just quickly, you know, with this new one, there's still a fear in me. Oh my God, it's my first event of this one. You know, what if no one buys any tickets? Not if anyone that comes. Oh my God, because the cost of these events, like we're talking thousands and thousands and thousands, right?
Yeah.
You know, the venue alone is thousands and thousands and thousands. So, but then the fear cannot let you stop you, because you know, you go, no, it's gonna be awesome. You've just got to keep in that mindset, you know, that everything's gonna be all right.
100%, babe. Definitely. I can see Callie commenting on, hey Cal, you absolute legend.
I haven't seen that.
We love you.
We love you know you've always got us, Laura, as your two angels. We always say that, like we're always here for you.
Well, you can come and help me at the wellness stage then.
Done. I'm there.
Let's do it.
Yeah, but it's not really even working, because you just indulge in the energy, and you just, all you need to do is just be in like meditation with everyone else.
And that's the powerful thing, is being around really powerful people, and like-minded. Like for us to be around Laura has been such a blessing, and Callie, such a blessing. And you know, there's heaps of other people that we hang out with too, and Laura has array of people around her who are powerful, clear with what they're doing, and that's what you're talking into, Laura, is just bringing in those people, and that's you vibrating in a certain place too. Yeah. So thanks for that. Thanks, babe. Well,
amazing. Thank you, lovelies, for having me.
That's all right, babe. And the live
talk for an hour, couldn't we? Really? About
easily.
Yeah,
we could go down many rabbit holes. All right, babe. Well, end the live stream there. Lots of love to the team and the community. Ask any questions, and we'll chat to you later.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Bye.